We're here in London, Ontario to watch the Northern Nats boat racing. Some fantastic on-water action. Let's go check out the action, folks. We're here today in London, Ontario at the Northern Nats with Vince Amour from Livonia, Michigan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What made you come up to this event today?
It's one of my favorite events every year. The people are great, the functions run very smoothly, and I enjoy the company of many other boaters that come out here. This particular event, they do nitro, they do gas. I'm believing it's around 12 to 15 classes.
Now, is each class based on this type of boat and type of motor that you run?
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me about some of those classes.
Some of the classes that you have are like this one here. This would be the gas catamaran class. The yellow boat behind you would be the gas hydro class. Some of the other boats, they have hydros and catamarans as well with different nitro engines. Riggers. The other one would be the Thunderboat class that's coming on new in the past couple years, and they run a stock motor and it keeps everybody on a pretty even keel for power plants.
And then I guess that all depends on your driving style. And
driving, yes.
If you were a beginner and you wanted to come out, and which would be the best class to actually get into?
A lot of people recommend the catamaran and the mono class. The mono class seems to be the popular one. I prefer the catamaran. I think it's a little easier to steer and go around the corners with. The mono as well is a good class to start with. Whether you're racing cars or toy boats or RC cars, it depends on how much you want to spend, and you can buy some nice used equipment, you know. To get into a new boat, you can spend anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000, depending on how elaborate you want to get.
I've seen some guys race some of the smaller boats. Are those ones around the same prices as well?
Some of the smaller stuff, they're starting to do some ready-to-run classes. They're electrics they're using the LiPo batteries and the brushless motors.
Yeah.
And they're not really, a lot of clubs don't run them, but if they get enough people with interest on them, they will run a ready-to-run class.
Okay, well, let's have a great event today.
Okay.
Good luck with all the racing.
Thank you for your time.
We'll see you on the water.
All right, thanks again.
Okay, we're going to look at Roger Hallam's 1/8 scale Nitro boat here. Now, Roger, I've been noticing that the way that they start the race, how the clock actually counts down to 0. Now, give me some of the strategy, what you should be doing.
Well, you have 2.5 minutes to get your boat in the water before the start of the race, and you want to be milling around at a good speed to keep the boat up on plane. So basically, we try to strategize ourselves to be about 30 seconds behind the clock so that we can do a fast lap, and then by about 5 seconds we want to be hitting buoy number 5, and then give it the old gusto and be heading right for the inside lane if you can get to it. If you can't, then you try and come on the outside, swing out wide, and try to beat everybody to the first corner.
Now, what happens if you make it to the finish line before the clock is counted down to 0?
Well, then you've jumped the gun, and now you've got to make up an extra lap.
Besides that, is there a strategy towards the end of the race as well?
If you're in the lead, you want to make sure you're driving in lane 1. You don't want to be going out to 2 or 3, because as soon as you come off 2 or any of the buoys out wide, that gives the guy behind you, if he's closer, oh, he's going to give me an opening. I'm going to sneak in there.
Now, I've seen a couple guys racing. As they're coming around the corner, they're going wide in that far end, and then they're cutting in on the buoys. Is that giving you a bit more speed, or is
Not really. The problem is what you're doing there is you're also shutting the door down too, but you got to be careful, because as soon as you go wide, you've left your lane, and that leaves the lane open. So you have to be careful, because you have to have a 3 boat length to cut back in front of somebody.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Is that a rule?
Yes.
Oh, so that's an actual rule.
Yes,
okay.
you must have
So
3 boat
I mean, if I see you there, I can't jostle in behind you like I can in
Well, if you want to go in
Formula 1
behind me, that's your choice. But you're gonna get nailed with my rooster tail, and depending on the kind of cowl you have on your boat,
you could flood
you're
your boat.
gonna get washed out. You do not want to run through somebody's rooster tail.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. That
Thank
was
you.
Roger Hallam, one of the great drivers out here today in London at the Northern Nats. Some great tips, right? So listen to all these great tips, folks. Get on the water and have some great fun. Boy, we had a great time today in the Northern Nats here in London, Ontario, folks. You get your RC boats on the water and have a great time. Take care.